All right, it's roof day. Exciting, but it can be overwhelming. And what I'm gonna do today is tell you what to expect so that everything can go smoothly. So first off, we're gonna need the driveway. So what I recommend you guys doing is, it's usually best the night before to pull on the road and just plan on us being there about 7 a.m. to get started. If you're an early riser and you wanna be up and get it moved out then, but what we don't want is we don't want to block you into the garage and you need to get out at 9 a.m. when there's debris all over the ground and it's going to be nearly impossible to get you out of there. So either the night before preferably, but in the morning works as well. Some people will use their neighbor's driveway, things like that, but whatever you got to do to make arrangements to let us have the driveway for the day. So we pull up, we're going to back a trailer in. And usually we back it all the way up to the garage door, just depending on the configuration of the house, but most right up to the garage door. That way we have easy access to take the debris off of the house and throw it right into the trailer. We want to minimize handling it as few times as possible. Steeper roofs, we will have to drop it on the ground and drag it around to the trailer, but for the most part, we can take it off and get it right in there. But anyways, we'll pull the trailer up, unload all the tools. A couple of guys will start going around the house, pulling away all the furniture, getting the little knickknacks away, protecting the landscaping, things like that. Now for the landscaping, it is inevitable that a hosta or a flower, something gets stepped on. There's a lot of debris coming off the roof. And then on top of it, we've got to scour through all the beds and stuff like that to get as many of the nails. So between the tools, the debris, and cleanup, most likely there's going to be a damaged hosta. But what we encourage is that you let us know if there's something special, an expensive Japanese maple, your grandmother's rose bush, or something like that we need to take extra care for and set up some additional protection for that. So now we're all set up, we're protected, landscape's protected, tarps are out, things are away from the house. We begin our tear off. Now, for the first 3 to 4 hours of the day, this is usually where if we can minimize the in and out of the house, and if we can, you really should keep your pets and your kids away from it all day. But because the debris is coming off, we just don't want, anybody getting hurt. So it's really important that we minimize the in and out of the house. If you can, plan a day away. I mean, that's probably the best way. I also realize that's not always feasible. So if you can plan it, otherwise, especially right away in the morning, plan on minimizing the in and out. But if you've got to, just make sure that you get somebody's attention so you don't, they don't throw a shingle on top of you, and definitely watch out for the nails and the shingles on the ground that have nails in it. So now we're doing the tear off. It's all the way tore off. We're doing little repairs on the decking, making sure that's all solid, the cleanup, the prep. And then we go into what we call our dry-in or our underlayments. Once we get the underlayments on, the ice and water, the felt, that's usually when we break for lunch. Those guys will take a 45-minute hour lunch. Sometimes they'll pull out a microwave and heat up their lunch, which surprises a lot of homeowners. So I'm just setting that expectation now. If they plug in a microwave to heat up their lunch, that's pretty normal. Once lunch is over, that's usually when we're doing our install. And so the install is going on. There will be usually a ground guy continuing a little bit of cleanup, but once the install is completely done, we do a thorough cleanup around the perimeter, start pulling the tarps away, putting things back into place. But I do just want to give you a little disclaimer. Like I said about the plants, most likely you're going to find a nail or two when we're done. That is typically buried in the mulch, the river rock, in the bushes. There's a lot of nails coming off and a lot of nails going back on. We are going to do our best. And there's some things you can do to help us. Like if you know we're coming, mow the grass really short. That really helps with the magnets. But even at that, you go to do your spring planting and you're digging in the mulch, you're probably going to find a nail. So just a word of caution, keep your kids and stuff away. Definitely double check when we're done. And it's normal to find a couple of nails. Now, when the roof is done and we're doing our good cleanup, everything's put back together. We're going to pull that trailer back out and haul the debris off, sweep that driveway one more time. Now, I can promise on the hard surfaces like the driveway, the the concrete walkways and stuff like that, the nails, I can get those. The magnets are going to pick all those up, and we'll just make sure you're not going to get anything in your tires, but it's more or less close to the house. Like I said, river rock, mulch bed, stuff like that. Once we're all pulled out, everything's all cleaned up, we'll typically we order a little bit of extra material. That way we don't run out in the middle of the day, but we'll stack those neatly on a pallet. And in the next couple of days, you'll have somebody from the production staff come by, pick up the extra material so we can return it, do a walk around, make sure that we did a good cleanup, and just double check everything, make sure it looks good. And now your roof is done. And at that point, we highly encourage, again, you walk around and double check and just make sure that the kids and the dogs and stuff are safe. And if anything looks funny, that you let us know, and we'd be happy to help you with it. And we really appreciate you choosing us to help you with your roof project. Hope it all goes smooth.